Hi everyone, it's Jane. Thank you so much for tuning into my channel. If you're a new viewer, welcome. And if you're a return viewer, thank you so much for coming back. We are into September. As actually I'm filming this on the 31st of August, so tomorrow will officially be the first day of September. So we're going to do a currently inked for the first week of September, and I'm going to try to speed things along this time and not show you the 7 pens and then reiterate myself. So we'll just go one by one and get it going. So here we go. First day of September, I am going to be using a Montegrappy Elmo 2, and this colorway is Nirvana. I think that's just a really, really pretty color. I'm trying to look if I wrote a date down of when I purchased this. I think it was sometime in 2023, but I could be wrong. I wasn't taking note of all the pens of when I got them and where I got them. This one is a medium nib. It's pretty. I think their nib engravings are really pretty. And then the ink that we are doing, that I have this inked up with, is I'm choosing all Sailor inks. Oh, you can't see that, can you? There you go, all Sailor inks this week. So Sailor ink number 280 is going to be in this, or is in this pen. So we'll go ahead and swatch it, and then I'll do a quick little writing sample. And we'll move on to day 2. Oh no, I did. Hang on. Oh my gosh, I had visions of disaster. This is my dominant industry ink muddler, and I just dropped it. And we have polished concrete floors, and all I could see was shattered glass everywhere. But anyway, you held together. Thank you. So this is Sailor, as I said, Sailor ink number 280 out of their ink studio. I'm not a matchy-matchy kind of person, but I do kind of think this ink is going to look really nice in that pen when it dries. So this is Montegrappy Elmo 2. I think there's a 0 in front of 2, but it's a medium nib. And this one is in Nirvana colorway. And then we have it inked with Sailor Ink Studio 280. And I'm sure some of my repeat viewers are going to go, what? You're not writing with a maker pen? I thought I'd show some of the pens that I have that are actually manufactured. So anyway, that's day number 1. So let's move on to day number 2. And I'm going to pause this a second because my husband's coming by with the lawnmower. So hang on a second. I may have to do that frequently because he's mowing our property and he does it in a weird pattern way, and he comes by my window every so often. So anyway, the next day 2, this is also a Montegrappy pen, and this is Elmo 2 also, and this is Croda Rossa colorway. And this one, and I'm sure you're gonna, here comes the lawnmower. Oh, that wasn't too bad. You're gonna question this as well, but this is a fine nib. I don't often write with fine nibs, so you'll get to see a fine nib being used. And the colorway I chose for this one is Sailor Shikiori, and this one's colorway is Kin Mokusai. I hope I said that right. I tried. I usually mangle them, so might have mangled that one. Who knows? Well, you all know, I'm sure, if you can pronounce that, and I can't. So this color, I think, is just a really vibrant orange, and when it dries, it's got some cool little, I think there's actually sheening in this one, if I was looking at my swatches better. But anyway, it looks, I think matching those little swirls was kind of fun. So this one is Montegrappy Elmo 2 also. I'm going to put the O2 on this one. And this is a fine. And then this one is, Croda, let's see if I can spell that correctly. Croda Rossa. I did purchase this one in 2024 from Pen Chalet. I did write that down. So this is Sailor Shikiori. And it is, let me get the box so I spell it right, Kin Mokusei, I hope. So there is that pen. And now we're on to day number 3. And this one, now we're going back to maker pens. This is Myers Pen Company. I bought 3 of his pens in Chicago, and I love all 3 of them. So I'm going to write with all 3 of them this week. This one is the Beta Fight. It's the Alpha model and Beta Fight colorway. And the nib that I have in this one is a Esterbrook journaler nib. And the ink I have on this one, or have in this one, is Sailor Amamoya. Oh, Amamoy. Anyway, it's that one. So let's do a swatch of that one. How was everybody's Labor Day weekend going? It has been unusually gorgeous here in Michigan. I'm not counting, I'm not depending on this to continue, but it is a beautiful day, and I'm kind of rushing through this so I can go outside and ride my horses. So, okay, we're on Myers Pen Co. This is the Alpha model, and it is Beta Fight colorway. And it's a journaler nib. And this is Sailor Amamoy, I hope. So there's that one. Whoops. Not a beautiful pen. Love the pink and the gray swirls, and there's a little bit of sparkle in there. Gorgeous pen. Feels great in my hand too. Okay, day number 4. This one is also Myers Pen Co., and this one is the Alpha Petite model, so it's a little slimmer, and this is mint chocolate chip colorway. And I have a Shown Design Monarch nib in this pen. And if you're not familiar with the Monarch nib from Shown Designs, check them out. They are expensive, but I tell you what, I love them. I have 2. This is, I guess, would be considered his medium nib. I have 2 of his mediums, and then I have 1 of his cursive smooth italics, and it's delightful. The ink that I have in this one is Sailor and a Drom Ghouls exclusive of Mint Jelly. I chose this ink in particular. One is because it had the name Mint in it, and it's kind of a drier ink, a lighter, drier ink, and I kind of wanted to see how the Monarch nib handled that. Oh, I'm flinging stuff already. Luckily I didn't fling ink, but I did fling that cap across my desk. Screw on there, buddy. All right, there we go. So there is the pen again. And this is Myers Pen Co. Alpha Petite. Sure I'm on camera, and it's mint chocolate chip, and this is the Monarch nib, and this is Sailor Drom Ghoul, mint jelly. So it looks like, yes, it's a lighter ink, but it seems like the nib handles it well. Enough you can read it at least. At least I think you can. I can. All right, next pen. So that was day number 4. This is day number 5, also a Myers Pen Company. This is Dirty Martini. Now I did show this pen when I put a new nib on it. I put a Kirk Spear grind nib on it, but I wanted to write with it, so that's what I'm going to be doing with it this week. And it's called Dirty Martini, both in the colorway, and it has a little martini glass and the finial. Love this sparkle and the gold and the green and all that kind of stuff. So let me show you the nib real quick. This is a Kirk Spear ground Yovo nib, and the grind on it is Naginata Togi's Tonto. It also has an ebonite feed. Oops. And the ink that I have in that one is Monyo Hinoki. It's a Monyo ink Hinoki. So we should see some different colors of this as that dries as well. It's not a match to the colorway of this pen, but I love this ink, and I wanted to see what this nib could do with this ink, because it will dry with just some beautiful colors. Okay, so this is Myers Penco. Oh my gosh, this nib, it's just, oh, I love it. Oh, this is also an alpha model, and it's Dirty Martini. And this, I'm just going to put a Tonto nib because it's just so a lot to write out for that. It's Kirk Spear nib. And this is Sailor Monyo Hinoki. Pretty sure I'm saying that right. I've heard other people say it. So that's what that looks like in my hand. The nib's just genius. Oh my gosh, I love that so much. Can't wait to write with it more. Okay, and then the next ink, pen that I have, so this is pen number 6. This is by Newton. The Newton Designs, I believe, is Newton Pens. And I got this at the Chicago Pen Show because it's just got a cool shape to it. And the colorway, of course, just really drew me in. And I did not, oh, it's the Prospector model, and I did not write the colorway down on this. I'm sure I could email him and find out, but I just think it's stunning. Okay, and I put in this one Sailor USA ink Michigan because it's a brilliant blue, and I thought that pen absolutely needed a brilliant blue color of ink. And this one does not disappoint in the colorway. Isn't that gorgeous? We have just so many lakes in my state that are gorgeous. Torch Lake is one of them, which is further north than me. That's up near Traverse City, which is way north. But just gorgeous lakes around here. Okay, so this is Newton Pens. Prospector. This is a Bach medium nib. I didn't show you the nib. It's got his logo on there, and that's a Bach nib, medium, very juicy nib. And then this one, I don't have a colorway. Maybe I'll just put Big Blue. Why not, right? And then this is Sailor USA Michigan. So that's that one. And this has got a very thick, very smooth grip section. The threads you don't feel at all. And I love a thicker grip pen. I like the chunkier ones. This one just, oh my gosh, just love it. I love all my pen lineup this week. I'm going to be so excited to write every day with every single one of them. Okay, last pen for this week is, I have also featured this pen when I unboxed it. This one is Olive Frog Designs. Look at the cute frog on the finial. Every time I see him, I just smile. But I did an unboxing of this one, and I just need to write with it more because I just adore it. So this is, the model way of this is contoured, and the model is contoured. The colorway is Buttered Popcorn. And I did, the first time when I unboxed it, I put Ferris Wheel Press Buttered Popcorn in it, but this time I'm going to put different ink in. This has a fine flex nib. It doesn't write like a fine nib, though. It really, I think it puts down a lot of ink. It's gorgeous. So what I chose to put in this one is Sailor Monyo Sakura. Sakura or Sakura? Anyway, you're probably sick of me stumbling over my pronunciations. Oh, and if you're not, well, you haven't watched me long enough, right? So this one is a very, very light orangish, pinkish. And I just thought, why not? You know, I love this pen and I want to write with it more. And I thought I'd put an ink I haven't used a lot. So on camera. Okay, so this is Olive Frog Designs. And it is Buttered Popcorn, colorway And I adore this pen. It's lovely. And then the finial. I usually have it sitting up somewhere so I can look over and see his little eyeballs. And this is a Fine Flex nib. Fine Flex. And this is Sailor Mono. I don't know, whoops, if the lawnmower is coming out in my speakers very loud, so I apologize if it is. And this is Sakura. So I'm going to go ahead and try to flex this one just because I haven't done a lot of it. It does a little bit. It's a steel nib, so it's really not going to flex a ton, but there is some of it. There is some flex to that. So that's that. I'm going to pause the video and let the ink dry and then come back and show you what the ink looks like dried. So hold on a second. Well, it's not quite dry, but I'm feeling a bit rushed because I want to go outside because it's so pretty outside. So here are the pen lineups for this week. We have the Montegrappy, the two Elmo 2s, and then we have the 3 Myers Pen Company pens, the Newton pens, and then the Olive Frog design. This is a pen tray from Say Pens, and I will link that below in the description box. And then here are the inks for this week, and I will zoom in on them so you can kind of see some coloring that's going on with them. Let me just zoom in, and here we've got, there's the Ink Studios 280, so you can see lots happening there. Here is the that Kinmokuse. So you can see it's got kind of some sheen going on in there. That's not shimmer, that's sheen. And then here is the Amamoya. I love the pinks and the greens and the grays that go on in that. And then here is Mint Jelly. That's the Drum Ghouls ink. And then here is Hinoki, which again, purples and grays and a little bit of green going on. Here is Michigan Sailor, you'll say, and that's got some sheen going on. And as it dries, that sheen kind of goes red. And then last one, and not least, is the Sakura ink. So you can see the orange and the pinks showing through. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the video, and if so, consider subscribing if you haven't. Give me a thumbs up if you like it. Leave me some comments because I absolutely love comments. I really do. I love getting back to you all and having conversations through comments. I wish there was a better messaging situation through YouTube, but there isn't. But we can communicate through comments, or you can email me if you'd like. So anyway, that is for September week 1, and I will continue on with these videos. So I hope you had a great Labor Day weekend, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye.